What is up, everybody? Welcome in. We are live for the Greg Newsome episode 20 of the Bark and Brown Show. I am your host, Jacob, over at Roachism13 on Twitter, joined as always by my wonderful co-host, Nick Carnes at Carnesies817 on Twitter. Nick, how are we doing tonight?
I'm excited. You know what? I just finished doing all the predictions that we're about to do tonight, and I tried to be as little of a homer as possible. And man, you know what? Even when you try to be objective, there's a lot of things to like about Cleveland. And so that put me even I'm like, wow, this is, I'm giddy. I'm feeling, and I got this light now. So I don't have shadows under my eyes like a villain or a superhero, So I'm pretty excited about that too.
I legitimately put some Browns in some of my predictions, and I felt for the first time ever that I wasn't just being a dumbass. I wasn't just I was like, this is legitimate. I think these but as I was telling you and our guest who we'll bring on in just a second, I also forgot until today that there are 3 wildcard teams in each conference. So that was a fucking disaster before it almost started. And I was able to quickly clean that up. Let's slide on in over here. Welcome everybody in. Our good friend Andrew weighing in. Good evening, my friend. I'm not putting Dan's comment on there because he's calling me a Steelers fan again. I'm over this shit. Our good friend Cancel Anime is coming in here and saying, hey, what's up? What's up, everybody? A few housekeeping things, and we're going to dive right in it. We have an action-packed show. Don't forget, this week begins our opponent preview series. It will drop Thursday morning for members of the patreon.com/barkingbrowns, as well as drop on Friday afternoons for everybody else. Nick and I have purchased a Game Pass subscription, and I have watched every single snap of Patrick Mahomes preseason, and we will be previewing all of our opponents later in the week in a short 20 to 30 minute video that comes out later in the week. It will not be live. It will only be it will be on both YouTube, Twitter, and podcast form, but it will be pre-recorded. We'll probably actually record the thing tonight, to be completely honest with you. But don't forget to check that out. Please like, comment, subscribe to all of the socials and platforms. Nick, I'm sure I'm forgetting something, man.
We've been looking for a way to bring a second video a week, especially because now we're actually going to have all of this stuff to talk about, and there's just no way. It's slowly the shows get longer and longer and longer. So maybe now, if we split it between 2, that we'll be able to talk about everything. And I see my good and freshly married friend Mr. Chris Hanning is here today.
Oh,
freshly married, what a guy! Congratulations, my friend. Thank you for being here. And Ed's here too. You know what? I feel like I haven't talked to Ed in a hot second. Good to see you, Ed.
Yeah, Ed. I'm commenting on a Steelers fan who wanted to try to make an argument that we're a delusional fan base, and then he took an up close of my profile picture and asked me if I have to hand out candy to little kids. So I shows how shit your argument is that you must try to attack looks while hiding behind a mask. His profile picture is him in a Michael Myers mask, so I told him to go up. Sorry, guys. We will get that clicked off so that I don't deal with stupid yinzers all fucking night that don't deserve my time. Anyway, guys, let's get into it. We've got some awesome people going in here. We've done the T's. We've done the P's. We're going to go for a bunch of predictions. We're going to bring in one of the best in the business. Our good friend Rachel is in there. Ray's in there. It's good to see you in there. Thanks for tagging along. She's saying hi to everybody, and we're definitely happy to have you here. So we are going to bring in a guy that I've been hearing about this guy's talents for a long, long time. And I am super, super stoked because I was told this man Ray says, fuck the Yenzers. She said F. She said F. I'll put it up there. She said F. So Twitter, don't try to go at her. She didn't spell it out. I'm the one who said fuck. She gets suspended for the stupidest shit. She's a very good soul. Very good soul. Okay, guys. So he predicted all of the playoff games right last year, with the exception of the Browns game, which means I will make fun of him for that, because that's the only game I got right. So you see, together we're perfect. Together we're perfect. All right, we're gonna bring in Nick's friend, my friend, your friend, Mr. AJ. AJ, how we doing tonight, man?
How's it going, everybody? Good to see you guys.
You see what I did there? Perfect.
2 is 1.
2 is 1. There we go.
I have to make a comment about that Browns thing. I'll get into it a little bit later. I'm gonna wait.
Okay. That's fine.
And I've tried a couple times, AJ, because I think it deserves way more than you got for it. But to be able to sit there and to predict every game, every playoff game except one correctly, I think is I don't know how you did that, because I'm looking at my predictions right now and I'm like, I don't know. I don't feel good about this at all. And you, my dude, are just there, crossing them off the list. So I'm really excited to see, especially because I know you're good at that. For those who don't know, I've known AJ for a long time now. And I know he's good at this. So I'm really excited to see how my stuff and Jacob stacks up to what he's got. So yeah, this is going to be fun.
AJ, you told me that over this weekend we were discussing this. You said you wanted to kind of go over your process, kind of go over what you do to make up these kinds of lists, man. So why don't you take us through that? And then we were just going to start from the top with I've got it in a certain order. I don't know if you guys have it in a certain order. We can just go from wherever we want. But go ahead and let us know how the genius works.
So formula-wise, actually thinking about it more is going to hurt me. It's all gut. So I'm going to screw this all up because I put too much prep into this. But we'll go with it. I did work backwards. I predicted my Super Bowl and champion, and I worked backwards. And it was actually harder to do because I had to make it work out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So last year before the season started, I said Tampa over KC. And I had a little comment in there that said a little crazy, because it was crazy. Formula-wise, it's not a super big formula. There's two sides, AFC, NFC. You know that there's going to be one team that's supposed to be there, right? In this case, it was the Chiefs. And then you take from the other side one of these flyers, these potential candidates that have a chance. If you pick the two best teams every time, you're not going to get it right. Mm-hmm. There was a stretch there in high school where I kept going Green Bay, New England. It never happened. That's it. That's the formula.
I like Rachel's the best. She picks the winner by how much hate she has for the other team. And that is great. That is, I love that. I absolutely love that. I know that my stepmom picks it by how much she likes the color scheme, and she did better than me one year, so who am I to fucking judge? So this is the way I got it set up, guys, and we're just going to do this kind of a round table. We're a discussion podcast, not a question podcast. We've talked about that a million times over. Weigh in the comments. Those of you that are listening live, send us a comment on the YouTube video. If you're watching it afterwards, a tweet, an email, a DM, something. Let us know. So I'm going to start with the individual awards, if you guys are okay with that. Let's start with the individual awards. I will tell you the order I have them in, and you tell me if that's okay with you guys so that you're ready. I have them as comeback player of the year, the passing yards leader, the rushing leader, the receiving leader, defensive player of the year, and the MVP. Oh shit, I forgot about the rookies.
I actually did.
Shit. And you, okay, I know who I was going to pick. So I'm going to do it. I'll do it real quick. The offensive rookie of the year. I'll put him down real quick right now. And the defensive rookie of the year. I knew who I was going to pick, and I didn't. And I gave you crap for not picking the rookies, AJ, and then you did it anyway, and then I didn't put it down there. So that's the order for
2
them.
equals 1.
2 equals 1 together.
Exactly.
And then we'll go down, and then we'll just go down all of the division winners, the wild cards, and then we can talk about the playoff bracket. Does that sound like a plan to everybody? We're good to go?
Brown schedule?
Do you want to do that before or after?
Whenever you want. I just wanted to make sure it was on there.
Yes, yeah, we'll do that. I've got it right here.
That's why we're all here.
Yeah.
So we'll do the Brown schedule after the individual awards, and then we can go into the playoff brackets. Yeah, I think that's where we need to put that in. I have it behind me, and I'm actually just going to just go from there. Okay, guys, so I'm going to go off the top with Comeback Player of the Year. I've been beating this drum for 4, 5, 6 months, something like that. There's a man out there that has been disrespected, has been forgot about, and has been called a problem. I was told that no matter what, if he was in your locker room, he was going to be an absolute cancer. I have learned that is nowhere near the truth, and it's farthest from the truth. There's a guy out there that needs to remind everybody that he is still that dude. I have dubbed this year the OBJ Revenge Tour, and I believe that your Comeback Player of the Year this year is Odell Beckham Jr.
I had him in my top 3.
There we go.
I find it hard to hate that, right? Because Odell was actually really coming along, through the season, and then obviously it gets cut short. And it felt like the offense really was starting to take off. And obviously, through the season, and you saw his missing presence there. So even with the addition of Anthony Schwartz, it doesn't seem like there's any other Brown that does what Odell does. So if you're looking at the Browns as potentially being one of the best offenses in the NFL, Odell makes a lot of sense.
A preface to this, because I may have been a little not forward. This is NFL awards. We're not just talking about on the Browns when we come to these individual awards. We are talking across the entire league, because I think I might have come across as like, this is Browns awards. Everybody's like, of course it's OBJ. No, I mean OBJ for the NFL is Comeback Player of the Year. I apologize.
So a thing about OBJ for me, I've been a huge fan of OBJ his whole career. I about celebrated a Super Bowl when he announced the news that he was coming here. So first year he was on the Browns, drafted him first round in fantasy. Second year he was on the Browns, drafted him second round. And then, yes, I drafted him this round. Third time's the charm.
Third time's the charm, my friend. Hey, 2 becomes 1. 2 becomes 1.
It's beginning. He gets more value every year, which I think last year
in a 16-team league.
Yeah,
I drafted him in like the 6th round this year, and I'm just like, I'm feeling dangerous.
I think I got him 51 overall. Whatever, that was a early 4th.
There you go.
Yeah. We take our fantasy football very seriously as well, so it's all tied in. Right. So AJ, is Odell also your Comeback Player of the Year? Is that what you were leading into?
So I picked 3 candidates from each category.
Wow. Okay.
Because I think it's important to show who came close. Okay. So I did have Odell up there, but he was not my winner. I also had a fella in Carolina who's a fantastic running back who got hurt most of the year.
Yeah.
He's going to have a big season. But my pick was Dak Prescott.
Oh, yeah.
All year. This Dallas offense is scary.
It is. I mean, it was scary last year. I mean, they didn't have a defense, but that offense was great. I mean, until Dak went down. Yeah. I love it.
You know what? It's hard for me to argue because I picked Dak as well. Dak was literally, I mean, the Cowboys offense is because they didn't have any defense, but he was literally throwing an insane, I don't know what all of his stats were, but it was crazy. And especially because Zeke was struggling. So it was literally just the Dak show. So no, I'm right there with you, my friend.
He was QB number 1 before he got hurt by a long shot. And I think he was on pace to break the yards record.
we are going to get everybody's comments weighed in on our picks for Comeback Player of the Year before we move on. Ed says his formula is the kid in Nebraska. Pretend you're a kid in Nebraska who shucks corn with no bias. I like that. That's the way. OBJ Comeback Player. I love it. Rachel says, we haven't really had a chance to see what Odell can really do, though. I think this year is the year he proves himself with the Browns. I just remind people that he had 1,000 yards when he had a hernia for an entire season. I just want people to remember that. And Freddie Kitchens was his fucking head coach. My formula has Cleveland winning it all. That kid in Nebraska don't lie. Our good friend Ed. Rachel agrees with AJ and Nick on the Dak, says it's a good pick.
It could definitely be Christian McCaffrey as well.
Do I start Dak or TB12 this week?
Oh,
Brady.
Yeah, you start Brady because Dak has a tougher defense, and I'm not scared of Dallas's defense.
So Dallas is missing their left tackle, one of the guards, one of the best linemen. So I got Tampa Bay defense, and I am starting them.
Zach Martin.
Yeah,
That's who it is. Zach Martin.
And so you just have to think like he's going to get beat up again, like Dak will. Welcome back to the NFL, Dak.
I think it's going to be a rough start for the Cowboys.
Let's lead it into the passing leader, okay? So my passing leader, it's Tom Brady. I'm done. I am absolutely done trying to be the smart guy that predicts when Tom Brady falls apart. Because it's not I don't think Tom Brady will quit when Tom Brady's ready, not because he's old. I don't care. I don't. Tom Brady, you saw what he did with that offense last year. He returned the entire offense. I don't like Tom Brady. Went to Michigan. I don't like him. But he's kind of become more likable since he left New England. I kind of like some of these weird, kooky things he does on like TikTok and shit. I think it's funny. I think he's got way too many weapons. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Gronk. I don't like it, but my passing leader is Tom Brady.
I like it. They're one of only two teams in the NFL that didn't lose a player on offense, right? So
yeah,
it's hard to argue that. What you got, AJ?
So Brady's going to have a fantastic season, but the passing leader is the quarterback with the most yards. Doesn't matter touchdowns, doesn't matter anything else. Yeah. And the problem with the Brady pick, I feel they're going to be winning a lot of their games, and Brady's going to be getting some rest, and there might not be as much passing. So I think Brady's going to have a great season, but I don't think his yards are going to be there. So my top three were obviously Patrick Mahomes. Matt Stafford was my number two.
Yeah.
Okay. Dude threw for tons of yards in Detroit, and now he's
with
got
no receivers.
But my number one was the same as last time, Dak.
Okay.
So I'm Team Dak so far.
Yeah. Okay. It makes a lot of sense. Especially, if Dallas doesn't play any defense, they're gonna have to keep throwing, right? And I was thinking along your lines as well, with Dak, but I just think at least Dallas can with Zeke run the ball somewhat. But there is another team that can't run the ball at all, and that is the Buffalo Bills. And so my passing leader is just Josh Allen, because they, like Devin Singletary and Zach Moss are, no disrespect to them, but they couldn't run the ball at all. So I think it's just if the Bills are going to win games, obviously they are. I think it's just going to be the Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs show all over again. And so my passing leader is Josh Allen. For as much as that hurts me, because the Bills and the Browns are right there with everything I was looking at. That's just me.
I'm thrilled with your pick because he's my QB1.
I know. I thought about that. I thought about it. He's so good. That guy's crazy.
My only argument against that is the same as Brady. I think they're going to be winning games, but you're right. They don't run. They pass every play. So
the only time they run is when Josh Allen runs.
Exactly.
It's fine.
I do think their division is so, like, I actually like Miami. I think they're a pretty good team. I think New England could be better again. Like, Bill Belichick's always somewhere around decent. So it's like, I think their division will be tougher than it's been. And who knows? Maybe Zach Wilson will be good. I don't know. Looks like we got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of people weighing in.
I can't get my cursor to come back. Sorry. I was trying to get my cursor to get back on this screen so I could get some weighs in. Rachel said as long as I don't like Tom Brady, it's okay. 2 men I'll never bet against, AA Ron and TB12. I will 100% bet against AA Ron if it's the NFC Championship game.
A little foreshadowing.
Boo.
I like that.
Taking prediction, Baker to OBJ slant route, touchdown first play, Honey Badger or not. I think there is some sort of shot play designed for OBJ on that first drive. 100%. I think you're going to try to something. I disagree. Matt Stafford's phenomenal. He was. They say he's overrated. I mean, the dude has played with broken ribs year after year. Not year after year with broken ribs, but he's played with injuries year after year, including broken ribs, and all he does is produce in a town where they have never protected him.
Yeah.
I agree. They've also never had a defense.
Or run game.
They now have the best defense in the league.
Yeah. Which, I mean, that's
argue about Dak.
Nobody mentions that the Rams lost 2 of the 5 members of the best secondary in football. Like nobody even talks about that. You know, and like I know they still have Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey and you know all that stuff. But it's like I do think, I mean, you can't, like, losing John Johnson and Troy Hill, it's definitely, I think, should, man. I'm not saying the Rams defense will be bad, but it's just, I mean, that should affect them, I think.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think they added someone else too in replace of those guys. So that's what I was reading or hearing. So.
Jameis Winston, a dark horse candidate. Yeah, they're not running the ball. It's very good. They're not going to
show.
You have to think. You have to think what teams have bad defenses playing from behind. You have to pass. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what you're getting at with the Dak thing, which is a great point. They are cousins. I don't know what we were talking about.
Running right along. What do you guys think about rushing leader?
Lamar Jackson will not be the passing leader.
Yeah,
smart.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Rushing leader. I had this argument. It's going to be so funny that I say this. I got to put W's on these other preseason games. I forgot. I had this argument that I was like, this guy is not better than Nick Chubb. He's just bigger. He just gets more carries. And then I sat down and I tried to make who the rushing leader was going to be. And I'm like, who's going to run the ball? Because I can't do anybody on Cleveland. I think they're going to pass more than they did last year. Like Chubb will be fine. He'll have 1,300 yards. He'll be fine. But like he's not coming anywhere near. He's not just because of Kareem, but because of So I'm like I'm going across. I'm like there's nobody in the division that's going to be. It's Derrick Henry. Until that offense changes.
Yeah.
It's Derrick Henry for me because I just think purely based on he's good. You know what I mean? Like he's good, and nobody's going to get the volume of carries that Derrick Henry does, and I just don't see that stopping this year. And for that reason, I think Derrick Henry three-peats.
I'm right there with you. I was looking at it, and I think especially for running backs, it's like very few of them get the opportunities that Derrick Henry does. And
that's what it came down to me. Yeah.
And he still hasn't broken down and gotten hurt. So as long as that's the case, to me, I think it's just still Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry is the correct answer. But I did have a dark horse.
Okay.
A little boy from Indy, Jonathan Taylor.
Whoa.
I love
that's my fantasy running back right there.
I love Jonathan Taylor, man.
Good
crushed when he got hurt.
Yeah.
So passing game, especially if Wentz misses some time, they're going to rely on Jonathan Taylor. So he's my dark horse.
I like that. Yeah,
I agree with Cancel Anime. I do still believe Chubb is better than Henry, but he won't get enough carries.
Yeah.
For the statistics, and that's what I've argued all offseason.
Yeah.
All right, guys, receiving leader
because his career will be longer because of it.
Yeah, agreed, 100%.
I think Derrick Henry rushed for like 45,000 yards in high school, so I think that's hard to bet against.
Dude, I seriously just read his stats yesterday. Somebody posted him. I don't know where it was, but last night I was reading his stats. His like senior year, he had like almost 3,000 yards rushing. It was like a 9.7 average too. It was stupid.
And he's doing the same in the NFL. They just pound the guy, and there's no backup. I mean, he just runs.
And like with Julio too, I imagine like they'll just that you just can't stack the box against Tennessee as much. And like if you do, Ryan Tannehill will just kill you. And so it kind of seems like life should be easier on Derrick Henry than anything.
Dude, am I messed up in saying that in this point in Julio's career, I don't think they upgraded when they moved on from Corey Davis. I think he's going to give you what Corey Davis gave you last year. Statistically, he might be a bigger threat, but his statistics, I think they'll mirror Corey Davis's last year. Unpopular.
Corey Davis was solid last year.
He's better than people think he was.
If you look at my fantasy teams, I tend to lean on older veterans, so I always have more faith in my vets.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong.
I just wonder, is Julio ever going to score touchdowns? Like, is that going to be a thing this year?
Yeah, last year was weird. It was weird.
AJ Brown's the deep threat. Julio might be the red zone target.
Yeah.
Receiving, guys. Receiving is a guy. I'm sorry. I've got some takes over here. We need to weigh in. Okay. Ed in Columbus. Hunt got 1 reception for 2 yards in the loss versus the Chiefs. Needs more catches out of the backfield on Sunday. Absolutely. We'll get to that a little bit later when we start talking about the conversation. Nick.
What you got for me?
What is that? Can you guys hear that?
I think it's typing. I'm not sure. Something's happening.
It sounds like typing, but I don't I'm not hands up. I don't.
All of a sudden, the sound just went.
I don't know. The sound is being weird. Let's hope it even. Okay, it's gone.
Wait.
It's gone.
I don't know. I still hear it.
Good. I don't hear it. Yeah, we're good. Oh, there it is.
I don't know what that is. It's very annoying.
I don't know what it is.
Probably
he averaged over 300 carries in high school as well. I believe he did. I have no idea what that is. Cancel anime. I kind of have a similar take with Baker. He's not going to get enough throwing opportunities to pile up MVP candidate numbers. He's going to lead in all the in any of the stat. But he's not going to lead in any of the stat categories. Okay. That's actually exactly where I am. I think he's an MVP caliber player this year. That's where I think he is as a player. He just won't get the opportunities. All right. Andrew says it's not that bad. Soldier on.
Yeah, I'm not sure because I've had myself muted, but I kept hearing it, so I'm not sure. Let's see.
I don't understand what it is. Okay. So we're going to go to receiving leaders off the top. I'm just going to go to a guy that just he's not the only guy on his team, but in just about every other third down situation, his quarterback goes 100% with him. And it's a guy that his volume was just stupid last year. And I think it continues. And they don't have much of a running game. I'm using AJ's formula here. And I'm going with my first round pick in the Browns Twitter Fantasy Football League, Stephon Diggs.
I like the way you think there, Jacob, because I am right about Josh Allen's my passing leader. Stephon Diggs is my receiving leader. Because who else? Is Cole Beasley going to be their second leading receiver?
Not when he gets COVID.
Right.
I was like, who's going to say it?
So, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I don't see. I mean, they can't run the ball, so I just. Yeah, it makes way too much sense. I would thought. I'm sorry. I know we're soldiering on here. I'm so this noise is frustrating me.
I have no idea what it's doing. I have no idea what's going on. AJ, what do you got receiving?
So, like my last category, Diggs is a healthy bet there, but I'm going with another dark horse, and it's almost October, so we're going to go October themed. Scary Terry.
Ooh,
Terry, okay.
Warren, let's go. I love that.
It's magic working his magic down there in Washington.
It's magic.
I love that.
There we go.
Ryan Fitzpatrick's good. Like I think Washington's gonna be like to me they're. I mean I know we're jumping a little ahead, but to me like they are the class of that division.
Oh, we'll get to that.
They're a good team. They're a good team, and Fitzpatrick is going to bring things together. I think he's a perfect fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good. Okay, all right, guys. We're gonna go to the defense, and then we're gonna go to the. We'll actually jump to the rookies, and then the MVP. We'll finish with the MVP. Let me see here. Okay, defensive player of the year. I struggled with this for a little while because I know there's a lot of homerish stuff that goes on in this show. I know that's why some people tune into this show. I knew that Myles Garrett was going to be a candidate for me. So when I sat down to do this, I took my hat off and I sat down and I thought, and I looked over the numbers. I rewatched what Myles was without any help last year, pre-COVID. Who knows where he goes in that season without getting COVID, which really slowed him. Well, I mean, he missed 2 games because of it, and he just wasn't the same afterwards. But I sat and I thought and I debated, and I rewatched some preseason tape, which doesn't include Myles Garrett. I rewatched some tape. I saw some videos I had from training camp and a whole bunch of other things, and I thought of everything I could do to convince myself I wasn't being a homer. And I looked it all over, and I settled my defensive player of the year is Myles Garrett. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry.
I think a lot about how Myles Garrett was on a great pace 2 years ago, and then he gets suspended, and then he was on another good pace last year, and then he gets COVID, and it's really hard to argue with you. I don't know. I could see the argument for like TJ Watt, but literally he's still not signed. I think he will get signed, but
that situation's weird.
That situation's so weird. But it just feels like Myles finally has a Robin to his Batman and additional help. And I tried not to pick Myles Garrett as well, but I that's where I ended up. So I can't argue with you. And it feels like this is finally going to be the culmination of Myles Garrett's career into defensive player of the year. That's just me.
There's no such thing as eliminating your bias. That's impossible.
I mean, I knew it wasn't going to go fully away.
I'm going to jump forward or backwards, but that is the exact reason why I did not pick the Browns because in last year. Okay. Because I knew if I picked them with Stefanski at home, on the road, just
no Batonio,
the odds were stacked against us. And I thought it would be way too homerish to pick them win. So I switched it. Unfortunately, I was wrong. So maybe being a homer is good. But my pick was not Myles or was not Darnold. Although I think those are the 2 best defensive players in the league. But I think we're going to have a Joey Bosa defensive player of the year.
Wow.
Back from injury. He was fantastic for San Francisco that year. They went to the Super Bowl. So
that's Nick Bosa.
Yeah, you mean Nick.
Did I say Joey? I meant
you did. Yeah,
Nick Bosa.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. God, I hate that guy.
I do too. I hate him.
Well, I'll never forget after was it Monday night, just drubbing. He did that like Baker thing, and I've hated him ever since. And they just kicked this shit out of the Browns and Baker, and I hate them. I hate them.
That was a rough game.
Can we not? All right, I like it. Sometimes I did struggle with both comeback player of the year, defensive player of the year, because I didn't want to come off too homerish, and then I was just kind of like, whatever. Okay, let's switch over to the rookies, and then we're going to get into strictly some Browns stuff before we do our playoff winners brackets. So, offensive rookie of the year. This is going off of a couple of assumptions. One, his head coach comes to his senses and quits being a moron. And two, his head coach quits being a moron of a play caller and doesn't get him killed. So, all of that said, my offensive rookie of the year, should he start within the first 2 or 3 weeks, which I believe he will, my offensive rookie of the year is Justin Fields. Justin Fields was tore apart during the draft season for what seemed to be no reason. I'd watch Justin Fields out there. I watched him at Ohio State. I watched all the preseason games with the Bears. Watched him almost die in the preseason with the Bears. All of that said, it seems pretty easy to me that it's Justin Fields. Okay, I think I know what this noise is.
Yes.
And I want to try something. AJ, you were on an iPad, correct?
No, I'm actually on my phone.
Is it straight up?
It is.
Try turning it on its side. I think the speaker sound is feeding back when I talk. If it'll work.
Oh, hold on.
I think that when it's sitting down there.
Does that work?
No. I can see you're muted. See, I don't know what it is. It's whenever I talk. It's when people talk. I don't know. It's something. It's some feedback from somebody's speaker, I think. I don't know. But anyway,
I tried on my other stuff.
It's Justin Fields. Offensive rookie of the year for me. It's Justin Fields.
He looked very exciting in that preseason game. We all know what he did at Ohio State. Will he get the start? It's not if, it's when. If that's week 7, then he might be out of time.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I love it.
All right, Nick, what do you got?
This makes me sad. But so I wanted to pick Zach Wilson because I actually think that he's going to get like significant opportunity to shine immediately. But I think specifically winners get a lot of attention. And despite the fact that I hate them, I just think Pittsburgh's still going to find a way to win games. And so I'm picking Najee Harris. I think they're going to ride him, and they're still going to win games like stupid Pittsburgh does. And I have to be fair. I can't be a homer. I have to pick Najee Harris.
Okay.
He's going to get a ton of work.
Yeah. They're going to ride him. They are going to ride him all year. And I think he's going to, despite their offensive line, I just think he's going to get every opportunity. And I really wanted to pick Zach Wilson. I really did. But I just think I don't know how many games the Jets win. I think the Steelers win more games than the Jets do. And that brings the attention and credit. And I think that then they're just like, oh, my God, Najee Harris. And so I think he wins. He wins Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Well, like Patrick Queen last year in Baltimore was up for Defensive Rookie of the Year, and he was awful.
Yeah.
So
winning, it's just, when you win games like that, they're like, oh, my God, And so that's why, despite the fact that I hate it, I think Najee wins.
I don't like it, but I can easily see a path to it.
Well, Jake went quarterback and Nick went running back. So I'm going to jump a position, skip receiver, and I think we all know where this one's going. Kyle Pitts for the Atlanta Falcons. That dude is going to catch 80 to 90 balls for 1,400 yards. That dude's going to get all the work, him and Ridley. It's going to be a Kyle Pitts-Ridley show.
I like that.
He's got the tools. That is an easy. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, absolutely.
Especially tight ends, because like rookie tight ends normally don't produce at a high level. So like if Kyle Pitts comes in and does what you say, AJ, like Like they'll be like, oh, the tight end phenom, and I definitely could see that happening.
Got our friend
I had
checking
him as
in.
my tight end 2 this year.
Wow,
All
really?
right.
Don't forget, Atlanta's going to be down 2, so they're going to be checking the ball.
Yeah, they have to throw. That's a good.
Welcome in.
Okay.
Welcome in, friends. Welcome in. Those joining us new to the show tonight, or just new to the feed tonight. All right, guys, we're going to go to Defensive Rookie of the Year. Then we're going to talk about the Browns roster. Once we get past the Browns roster, I'm looking at the time, and we've rambled a little bit. When we do the Browns roster, and then we do the playoffs, or the winners, I'm gonna read them all off, all of my AFC, and then all of your AFC, things like that. We're gonna have to speed up just a little bit of these because we also have to make me and Nick have a new bet. And AJ's going to participate with us, and we're going to pick all of this week 1's NFL games.
Ooh.
And me and Nick are going to have a running total for the year, and I'm going to win because I'm 0 for 2 right now, and it pisses me off. Anyway, and I also I kind of bitched out of my bet of paying up my bet last week, so I will also not bitch out this week. Okay,
we had a Kadero Hodge bet. If he would be on the roster or not. And one of us predicted that Kadero Hodge would not be on the roster. And one of us did not.
A lot of receivers. A lot of talent.
You see this over here? We're playing these guys this year. Anyway, MVP.
Did we skip defensive rookie? Are we skipping that?
Yeah, Defensive Rookie of the Year is my favorite player from this draft. Are you ready? I don't know the last time a corner won Defensive Rookie of the Year. Maybe somebody knows. I don't know. Defensive Rookie of the Year is the guy that was my corner 1, ends up being corner 1 when everybody didn't know who he was going into the draft cycle. I mean, the draft guys knew who he was, but a lot of people didn't know who he was. And I figured it out. I said, he's going to be corner 1. He was corner 1. He will be Defensive Rookie of the Year, and that is J.C. Horn.
Ooh, okay.
Favorite guy in this draft.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't really know any rookies. I looked up the NFL rookies, and I knew maybe I'm talking defense, and I knew maybe 2 of them, and one does play for us. So, I went Joker. Because that dude flies around, but I have no other film than anyone else. But he looked great.
He's really high on the odds boards.
He is, and which is part of the reason I also selected Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he's going to have so much opportunity in the Browns linebacking core because literally he does what none of the other Browns linebackers do. And so I just think that opportunity, if he is good, will lead to that type of attention, especially because I think the Browns are going to be good. And again, same formula. When you win, you get more attention. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah can definitely get that attention. And so he is also my Defensive Rookie of the Year pick. So, MVP?
MVP. Tom Brady.
Yes.
I
concur. Are we all 3?
I am strongly on the Josh Allen train.
Ooh.
I'm all in on the Bills. Just taking my homer hat off. I just think
Josh Allen guy here.
Josh Allen's their whole offense, man. They're not going to run the ball. Everything.
Josh Allen to Stephon Diggs is their whole offense.
Yeah. It's Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, and Josh Allen running it in the end zone, and that's where all their points are going to come from. Is some form of Josh Allen. So to me, he's going to be MVP.
Dan says it's Baker Mayfield. I think he'll play like an MVP. I just don't think he has the stats to do it.
The Browns are such a more well-rounded team offensively than the Bills do.
I think to win MVP, you have to be like at least the first or second best team in the league. So I think that's almost a credential that you need to do that.
You certainly have to be in that conversation at the end of the year, I think.
Yeah.
You have to – I mean, you're the best. You have to be the absolute best. That's the only way to do it.
Which is a little foreshadowing into my season picks, but that's why Brady's won. He's going to win.
Okay.
All right, guys. We're going to run through this schedule. I'm going to give you my schedule predictions. I'm going to go through the whole thing. Then you guys can go through your whole thing. We're trying to not be as long-winded as this.
Do you wanna go just week by week, and then we all give like a? I feel like we could make it efficient if we go week by week and say, yeah.
We can go quick.
Let's go quick.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Kansas City, dub.
Win.
I'm tired. I've heard it for 4.5 months. Fuck you guys.
We're mad. We're angry.
We win. All three win.
We have the momentum.
Win.
Win. Texans, by the way, Tyrod Taylor's triumphant return to Cleveland.
It won't be so triumphant.
Are we asking this question? Come on now.
Win.
Me and Nick at the Chicago Bears game.
Yep.
Will watch.
We will be there.
A dub.
I can't wait.
By the way, I've been to 5 Browns games, including one quarterbacked by Johnny Manziel. They are 5-0. Just saying.
Win.
I'm also on the win train, though that will be a close game.
I agree. Chicago plays good defense.
Minnesota Vikings. Stefanski's return.
Win.
It is ruined by a loss.
Wow.
I also have lost.
Wow. Okay. All right.
I had to find a trade-off because originally I thought they lose to Kansas City. I thought it would be close, like when the schedule came off. So once I had decided and switched that Kansas City to a dub, I had to find a trade-off because you're not going 17-0. So I had to find one of the – I can't find a ton of losses on this schedule, and it's just foreshadowing. Minnesota is a playoff team this year. It is what it is. Another team that's probably a playoff team that I didn't put in the playoffs, the Chargers. We go all the way to the West Coast. They're going to be angry. They're going to be mad. Baker Mayfield's heard about how Justin Herbert's a better quarterback than him, even though he has not nearly the experience or the time or the track record. Dub.
I agree. We're going to this. AJ and I are going to this game.
We'll be there.
And we are
get W.
W.
And I have something to say about the Chargers. I think we might be in for a little sophomore slump from Herbert.
Ooh. Oh, man. You mean the guy that's crowning the next Patrick Mahomes?
I like it.
I said it.
I like it a lot.
I really love Justin Herbert, the person, though. Have you seen those videos where he tries to not let the camera see his face? They're fucking hilarious.
So what are we, 4-1?
4-1, yeah.
I'm 5-0.
Nick's 5-0.
I am 5-0.
Nick, do you have any losses?
I do. I'm not that much of a homer.
Arizona. Nick and I are there as well.
We are there.
We'll be there. Everybody come say hello. Arizona. Once again, Baker's heard enough. Like, Kyler Murray is not better than Baker Mayfield. I will fight you.
Nope.
Dub.
This is a tough one for me. This is a real tough one for me, but I think because the Browns are home, I'm giving them a win.
I have that as one of our home losses.
Okay.
It's definitely plausible.
Arizona's scary good.
They have the firepower.
Yeah, they are.
A ton of weapons. Hopkins is there full year. Kyler Murray's getting better. I think we need to watch out for them.
I could see it. That was one of my hardest ones to debate, win and loss. But yeah, I'm not a big Cliff Kingsbury believer. I don't think. I like Kyler Murray, but
I like Kyler Murray. I like him. I don't love him. Week 7, Denver Broncos, Thursday night football. I hate Thursday nights. I do. I hate it. I don't care. I hate it because then I got to wait 10 days to see another game. I hate it. Denver Broncos. It's a close game. Close game. Dub.
What you got, AJ?
I had a dub and not a close game.
I'm not. I don't. Drew Lock, Teddy Bridgewater,
like
whatever the LeBron meme is, win.
Whatever the LeBron
meme. I think their defense is going to be very good this year, though.
That's why I call it close. Not because I'm not afraid of that offense. I'm not. Right. Here we are. I like Kyler. but he's not better than Baker. Thank
Agreed.
you. Friend. Thank you. Appreciate that. Steelers, Halloween. All these Yinzers, they won't stop. I just blocked another one of them. All these Yinzers talking to me. Well, nightmares become real when you lose 3 in a row on Halloween in Cleveland. Hope it gets flexed to Sunday night so the whole world can watch 3 in a row.
That would be amazing.
Dub.
What you think, AJ?
I'm going to get bashed for this. But Pittsburgh's coming off a bye. They're playing us. Are we home? Who's home?
Home. We're home.
We're home.
In Cleveland.
Yeah, it's going to be a scary night for us. It's going to be one of those games that we should have won. They got a lot of hate against us. They remember that wild card game. They're going to come in guns a-blazing, and I think we're going to struggle in this one.
I don't even know if Ben's still healthy for that game. I don't know that Ben plays in that game. I don't know if that offensive line keeps him there.
We don't know yet.
I'm moving us to 8-0. Win.
Here he goes.
Here he goes. He's on a fucking roll now. All right. Can we just skip Cincinnati? Can we just
win?
We don't need to waste our time. Win. All right. Going on the road. I don't like Mac Jones. I don't like that Mac Jones. Going on the road in New England, in Foxborough, mid-November. I don't like that Mac Jones. Loss. I'm giving New England the road loss. I'm giving it to New England. That is 8-2. I got an 8-2 out the gate. It's New England. It's these away games, man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call them trap games, but
I think the Browns really start feeling themselves here. And Bill is just that New England defense. Shout out to my fantasy defense. Is just going to be good this year. I think so, and I think Mac Jones will be good enough that their team is still pretty good. And so this is my first loss of the year. I think the Browns lose to New England that day.
So I don't know, man. Bill's great. I'm still Team Brady, but Bill's definitely a very good coach. But I don't know about Mac Jones. They say he's great. They say he looks like a vet. But when you got Myles Garrett and Clowney and that stout defense there coming at him with really not many offensive weapons, that's going to be a tough game for them to win. It was my hardest one to pick, I think. But I did have them winning, the Browns.
The thing that I don't like Mac Jones, but I love Josh McDaniels and 2 tight end offense and Hunter Henry, Jared Cook. I'm not sorry, Jared Cook, Jonnu Smith.
Yeah.
I can see where McDaniels figures out to be good enough because of that defense. All right.
I just want to say, yeah, I'm getting trolled in the comments.
I know you are. We're gonna get there. Arizona, I want some AJ Green and AJ Green violence. That would be fun. That would be so cool. I would love that. I've been waiting for that to happen since we got him. Cancel anime. You got to have a win against Arizona. This is where I'm at. I like Herbert. My problem is people want to crown him MVP. That's my issue. Even Baker Mayfield, people were like, let's wait. I see you say that, same like Baker after his rookie season. I didn't see that. When Baker, it's a fluke. They'll figure him out. Let's see here. Jonathan says, Nick, stop.
John's our dude, by the way. We love John.
I love it, though, because it's a very simple Nick, stop. Also, I love Joey B. Joey B's from my hometown. I love him a lot, but he is overhyped. I don't know what he does better than Baker right now. Jake Burns says that all the time, and I'm with him on that.
I just want the last John comment. That's the one that I want.
We're about there. The Steelers can come off a bye, but Brown sent him packing like instincts. Bye. Nick, you pick a loss at New England as the first loss. Weak blowout, 35-3.
I think Bill's defense is just. I think Mac Jones is good enough, and I think the Browns just start feeling themselves, and they go to New England, and that's they can't. New England's a hard place to win, man.
I have another theory about Nick's pick for this game. He saw that he had 8 straight wins, and he's like, "Well, that can't be 9," and he scratched off New England as a loss.
It's just like that's where we're going. That's where we're going.
He just now looked down at his paper and said, 8 in a row. Whoops.
Look, I agree. I didn't think it was the same magnitude as Herbert's. Baker, yeah, there were some people talking up Baker, but a lot of people don't like who Baker is off the field, his personality, so they wanted to pump the brakes. That's where I'm at. Okay. Detroit.
Dub.
We don't, yeah. Okay.
Back off.
Fucking terrible. The Browns lose 2 of 3 on Monday Night Football. Yep. To the Baltimore Ravens. That's my third loss.
I agree. I think they're going to go to Baltimore, and just as we were all smelling ourselves, they lost to New England, they beat Detroit. And now here they go, and even with maybe all the receivers are back in Baltimore by this point, right? So they actually have weapons, and I think Baltimore beats them.
I do like Cancel Anime's comeback here, but most of the bad talk was coming from people like Shannon Sharp and Colin Cowherd, who are guys who are currently still hating on him. That's a fair point. That's fair, but there was quite a few. Okay, what do you got for us, AJ?
So, the easy pick is coming up the next 2 games is loss by win, right? I think we're going to win that first game.
Ooh.
Before the bye.
Okay.
I don't know. Nostradamus is sensing a little bit of fragile bones and tendons and ligaments in Lamar Jackson this year.
Wow.
My dad said the same thing today. He said, listen, it's Sunday Night Football. Yeah, sorry about that. I wrote on the S, apparently. Yeah,
we got the idea. It's at night.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though, is like without literally the Ravens right now have Mark Andrews, and I don't know what you think about Sammy Watkins, but it's like Lamar is going to have to run.
That's why
and Le'Veon Bell now, apparently. Le'Veon Bell's a Raven? Is that
He's a practice squad, yeah.
Practice squad.
Please put him on the active roster, please.
Okay. But no, with him having to run that much, I think those hits do add up. I'm with you, AJ. I think
I'm not predicting he gets hurt, but it's just the funny feeling I have.
I want to go win. I want to sweep them. I just right now, until I see it, I can't. I just can't. I want to so badly, but I can't. So we go into the bye week.
I can't.
We'll probably lose. There we go. Absolutely. I think we're pretty well in agreement, though. Sunday, December 12th, the Ravens flock goes down, and they go down pretty handedly, in my opinion. Very, very handedly, if you ask me.
We're coming off a bye.
I think that's a double-digit win.
The most recent film. I will be there in the cold.
You will?
Yes, I will.
All right.
It's going to be a big win. It's going to be we're going to take a huge lead in the NFC North with a double win on Baltimore.
I think especially being able to just focus on them for 3 straight weeks, I think the Browns win this one.
I'm over this. Vegas has our number. Going against the Raiders, week 15, if it's Saturday, if it's Sunday, if it's Tuesday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I don't give a shit. We're going to steamroll the Raiders. And Gruden, boy, that seat's going to be awfully hot after that steamroll.
What you got, AJ?
He's still got 6 years on his contract, but whatever.
Yeah, dude. OBJ, unlucky number 13 for Vegas. So, we're going to beat them.
I'm normally not very aggressive on this show, and I just want to say fuck the Raiders. I hate them, and I hate them, and I hate that game that they lost last year. Was my least favorite game of the year. I was.
You mean when Triple G was? Triple G.
I was sitting at AJ's house, and in that stupid ass storm bullshit. God damn it! I was more angry at that game than I was against the Ravens week 1. They suck. They suck, and we're going to beat them. And I hate them. And they stole our win from us when they took away our first down like 3 years ago on Baker Mayfield's first start. And I'm still mad, and I hate them. And we're going to kill them this year. It's going to be I hate them.
Oh, my God.
Nick's scaring me.
AJ, call the cops.
I did.
They're on their way.
I hate them so much. Oh God, they're just
That game was like, what was that game? 5-4 or something stupid?
Stupid. It's the power goes out. They delay the game. We're just sitting there. The Jarvis isn't a catch. Yeah, John's over here. The Jarvis did catch that
He
ball.
did catch it.
Yeah,
I thought it was the same exact as Renfro's. It felt like it was the same play, but whatever.
that Harrison Bryant fumble, man.
But Christmas. Merry Christmas. Browns win. Everybody. That's the thing. Everybody has picked the Packers, it feels like. Everybody. No, thank you. Browns. Dub.
Edge.
Cole. You're right. The Packers is an easy pick. I think the Packers are going to be heating up real good in December. It's at Green Bay. That place is nearly impossible to win. It's going to be a tough one. And this is going to be a sad game for the Browns because we're going to be feeling good and playing up against the Super Bowl contender, and we're going to get stomped.
So John asked me, are the Browns 12-1 in my prediction? No, I have them as losing to New England and Baltimore. And here's giant lump of coal on our fun day, and this is my third Browns loss. I just think Aaron Rodgers is. It's snowing sideways, and he's just throwing to Devontae Adams, and it's going to be a sad day.
Also, do we have a kicker?
I don't know.
I love Chase McLaughlin, so I resent that.
Well, I don't know if he's kicked in snow before. Can anyone confirm that?
That's a good question.
Can anybody confirm he hasn't?
No. Either way, no one knows.
Boom.
Yeah, this is my third loss, though.
Monday Night Football on the road. Guys, it's 4 in a row. The Browns sweep the Pittsburgh Steelers and clinch the AFC North on the road in Pittsburgh. Week 17, January 3rd, Monday Night Football. The Steelers usually end our season. We clinch the North, eliminate Pittsburgh from the playoffs, and everybody's happy with 1 week to go.
This is definitely the clinching game for us. We're winning it, especially because I had them losing earlier to Pittsburgh. It's going to be back and forth. We're going to want revenge. We're going to get it. I don't know if they'll be knocked out of the playoffs quite yet, but they'll be definitely going to be a must-win in Week 18 now.
All John wants for Christmas is a Browns win and Nick blow.
John. I'm sorry, John. God. Yeah, it's gonna be gathered around, and like half of not my half, but like there's a segment of my family that's Steelers fans, and it's just gonna be such a shitty Christmas. Ugh.
We'll shut up the Ravens fans this year, I promise.
But everything gets better. Going into is this gonna be New Year? Is this gonna be what? Almost New Year's.
It's January 3rd. It'll be after New Year.
Okay. The Browns are putting that nail in the Steelers' coffin.
Talking to Grubbin Media, he says we may not beat the Packers, but I don't think it'll be a blowout.
I hope I'm wrong, man. Oh, if they win on Christmas.
I like this.
Oh, my God.
I like this. I think the Packers may come into the game a little overconfident. Roger knows that it's a sweep of the Steelers. Yes. Weird hearing Week 18. Okay, here it is. My prediction for the Browns was 13-4 because they'll lose to the Cincinnati Bengals on January 19th when Case Keenum throws 3 interceptions. There you go. 13-4.
Same stance as Jake. The Bills and the Chiefs will be the 1 and 2 seed. The next best team fighting for the division still will be the Baltimore Ravens. But we had both tiebreakers over them in my schedule, so auto clinch. We're going to rest our guys.
I have the Browns splitting with Baltimore, and I think they need this game to win the division. And I think they go to Cincinnati. Yeah, they go to Cincinnati. Yeah, right? Is this home or away? I think it's away.
No, it's home.
It's home. Baker is 3-1. 3-1? No. I don't know what Baker's lost one time to Cincinnati. He's not losing that day, and the Browns clinch the division.
He's 5-1.
5-1. I knew. Yeah, I was like, again, I don't know how many damn starts Baker's had in my life because I just don't use my.
Yeah. Listen to this shit, AJ. So I was on our good friend Andy Manchin in Roger's podcast last night, and I had to guess if Nick answered these trivia questions correct or not, right? And so I got to hear the trivia question. And then they asked me, did Nick know the answer? Well, first I told them if I knew the answer. They said, how many career starts does Baker Mayfield have? Gave him all the time in the world, said you can do the math. Do you know what this guy said?
Give me an over-under.
Over under 37.
Oh.
I'm going to take – he definitely said lower.
Yeah, he said 33.
I don't even know what his answer, and I don't want to do the math.
I just
45. The answer is 40. He started 32 games the last 2 years alone.
not a podcast, a dog cast. Shout out to our good friends Roger and Andy. I had an opportunity to use my brain, and I just didn't. I was like, nah, I'm just gonna guess some number.
He just goes Andy tells him take all the time you need, and he goes, so how many starts does Baker need? And Nick goes, 33.
Whoops.
2 seasons plus 1 game, right?
2 seasons plus 1 game. That's the point. That was like
My bad.
Does Nick even watch football? Guys, we have this podcast is quickly devolved. Okay, guys, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna run down the playoff bracket.
Yep.
I don't know that we have the time to do the individual playoff matchups. So let's do division winners, wild cards. Division winners, wild cards. So we'll go AFC to NFC. Let's pick our Super Bowl because that's the most important one. And then we'll go into this week's slate of games. And we're running out of time.
Jacob, maybe we could do the slate of games like our because I just think AJ was so damn good at this originally. I would love to get this on recording to see if he's correct.
I'm fine with if AJ just wants to do
yeah
bracket because mine will be terrible. And apparently you don't watch football.
I need AJ's bracket. I need it so bad.
That's fine. So how about I go with all of my stuff, you go with all of your stuff, AJ do all of your stuff, and then run through your bracket.
Let's do it.
You got it.
Got it. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna go AFC. AFC North, I got the Browns. AFC South, I don't like that division at all, but Titans. AFC East, it's Buffalo. How crazy. 2 years in a row, it's not New England. I love it. AFC West, it's the Chiefs, and if you try to tell me otherwise, what's wrong with you? AFC wildcard, Miami.
Ooh.
Miami. AFC wildcard, Baltimore. And then, just because I don't like their quarterback a lot, but I love their defense, the last wild card is the Indianapolis Colts. Yeah, I wanted to do the Chargers, but then I'm kind of around AJ's thinking about the regression of Justin Herbert, mainly because I hate him because of Baker. Anyway, NFC. Packers win the North. The Bucks win the South. The Washington football team wins the East again. Much better record. Scary Terry leading the league. That's what we were told.
Yes.
The NFC West is won by the Rams. Your first wild card goes to the Minnesota Vikings.
Wow.
Your second wild card is a team that is almost going to miss it. They're going to have a tiebreaker over the third wild card. The second wild card, the Seattle Seahawks. And your final playoff contender in the NFC, the New Orleans Saints.
Okay.
Solid picks.
Do you want to do we can save our Super Bowl till after AJ.
Mhm.
Is that good?
Yep.
So I just want to roll through. I'm going to go just 1 through 7, right? So the division winners to me in order of AFC finish.
1 through 4.
What's that?
It's
Yeah,
1 through 4 your seats.
Yeah.
Or
7
division.
playoff spots.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
So I have Kansas City at top. Cleveland is number 2 because I think the Bills division is a lot harder than people think. Buffalo 3.
Didn't you have them going 17-0 or something?
No, 14-3. 14-3.
I'm pretty sure it was 17-0.
14-3. Okay, I'm not that. So then we've got Kansas City, Cleveland, Buffalo, Tennessee. I agree. I think Baltimore is the first wild card. Miami is the second wild card, and the Cleveland Browns get a delicious first round matchup against the Los Angeles Chargers and send Justin Herbert home crying. And it's gonna be great. That's the one matchup I wanted to say. And then in the NFC, I've got the Bucs, Packers, Rams, and Washington. So I think, Jacob, we agree there. The one team I really wanted to pick, but because they have a new quarterback, so the first wild card is the 49ers, Seahawks, and I have the entire division going to the playoffs. I have the Cardinals as my last seed. I don't know how.
Has that happened?
I don't know. I just think that I don't believe in the Vikings. I don't believe in the Saints. I'm not picking Jameis Winston to go to the playoffs. I'm not doing it.
That by far is the best division of football, and there's no argument.
Yeah.
But we're close, but we're not. You can't argue us one.
Okay.
AJ, before yours, because I just want to address one question that I got in the comments, asking what my problem is with Carson Wentz. I think he's gun shy. I think he's good enough. They're a playoff team. They're not a playoff team if he doesn't come back.
Mm-hmm.
But I just wanted to – that question popped up in the comments. I just wanted to address it.
Carson Wentz is like a Derek Carr to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're not going to win, but they can throw the ball.
But, I mean, he's got Frank Reich back, and I think that's enough with that defense.
So this is the big moment because, like we said, AJ did all of this last year with one incorrect out of all of it. So without further ado, we have Nostradamus himself.
All right, I will add records too because I did it. So we're going to start with the AFC. I have the Chiefs and the Bills both going 14-3. The Chiefs with the tie break. So Chiefs will be the 1, Bills will be 2. And then I do have the Browns 12-5 with the tie break over Baltimore, the NFC North. I mean, I don't got to tell you guys. We got a lot of momentum coming into this season. My 4th was the Titans. They're good. They got better. I think they lost a couple players, but they got some. So I don't think that division's very good. So the Titans would be the 4. It's going to put Baltimore at the 5 seed. Sorry, I had the Titans 11-6, and then Ravens 11-6 in the first wild card, and then Dolphins 10-7, and the Yins Steelers at 10-7. I think they're going to beat the bad teams, and I think they're going to lose to the good teams, and I think we're just going to fall right in that borderline playoff team with a couple tie breaks with some of those teams. For the NFC, I have the Bucs. They have the same roster as last year, and they beat Mahomes, and I think it was a pretty solid victory. And their schedule, if you know anything about NFL schedules, is you play the teams that also ranked in the same location as you finished in that division. Well, we all know the Saints won that division. The Bucs were second. So second or third?
Second.
No, second.
Yeah.
Second. So
yeah.
Their schedule's cake. And I looked at their schedule. They're going 15-3. Or, 2? 15-2.
15-2, yeah.
15-2. That team's phenomenal. Packers will be second seed to go in 13-4. I then have the Seattle Seahawks, kind of a dark horse a little bit. That division's up for anyone. Russell Wilson's going to be fantastic. Further developing that rapport with DK Metcalf. And I think Chris Carson's staying healthy all year. So Seattle at 11-6, and then Dallas actually 10-7.
Wow.
I think if everyone stays healthy on that team, I think they added a few defensive pieces, so they're going to be better. I think it's going to be a real close with Washington. So we'll see how that pans out. I had actually the Washington at 9-8.
Okay.
So close. My wild cards, we all know how stacked the NFC West is. So I have the Rams 11-6. The only reason they didn't make it is because they lost that tiebreak to Seattle. And then I have actually the Arizona Cardinals. I'm really liking them this year. I don't know why. I just have a funny feeling, and that's kind of how I base these things off of. So Cardinals going 10-7, and also agree with Jake about the Vikings. I think they're going to actually have a pretty good season. So they'll be 10-7. And a couple notes. I had the Pats. I made a first two out section, so I had the Pats going 10-7, Colts going 9-8, Niners also going 10-7, but not making the playoffs.
Wow.
I also had the Saints at 9-8. All right, so bracket wise, Chiefs are getting a bye, Bucks are getting a bye. So you have the 2 seed Bills versus the Steelers. That's going to be a blowout. Josh Allen's going to tear that defense apart.
I like it.
I don't like their defense anymore. They're not that good.
They don't have any corners. I don't like any of their corners.
Yeah, I don't think they really. I don't know. It's a gut feel. Anyways, Browns beating the Dolphins. Browns will host their first playoff game in I don't know how long.
Let's go.
And Miami's going to come to Cleveland in some snowy weather, and they're not going to be used to that. So, and I kind of went back and forth on this last one. Titans-Ravens, I think they did play last year as well. Is that correct?
3 years in a row now.
Yeah. Wow. So I'm actually taking the Titans this time. I just think that the addition of Julio Jones is going to help. I know Corey Davis was good last year, but like I said, I believe in my vets. So let's go Titans winning a close game here. For the NFC, Packers will destroy the Vikings in Lambeau. So Seahawks, Cardinals. This is going to be a super close game, very competitive. It's going to be a high-scoring one, but I'm taking Russ. The dude's phenomenal. Love that guy, on and off the field. And then my last one is Cowboys-Rams. So I think the rule of thumb is that if you win the NFC East, you lose in the first round. So I'm going to take the Rams. Stafford's great. That defense is great. So we'll move on. Second round, we got Chiefs-Titans, Bills-Browns. So Chiefs-Titans will be not that close. I think the Chiefs will win with the bye week. And then we're going to take Browns-Bills, which I'm going to be super excited for this game. We got high-octane offense.
Best fan bases in the NFL.
It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be in Buffalo. There's going to be a ton of Browns fans there because it's only a hop, skip, and a jump down the shore of Lake Erie. And it's going to be cold. It's going to be really cold. And I would think that that's going to benefit the run game. So give me Nick Chubb on the shore of the lake. So let's take the Browns here and keep that momentum going.
I love this.
I'm lost. All right. Bucks Rams. So I kept wanting to pick the Rams. defense matches up, I think, pretty good. That's Brady's weakness. You put pressure on the guy. You got Aaron Darnold. But the Bucs, they're just so well-rounded. Offensively, defensively, so many weapons. So I'm taking the 15 and 2 Bucs to win that game.
Yeah.
Sure.
Packers and Seahawks. That's just Aaron Rodgers time, baby. They're motivated this year. I think everyone in the organization knows that it's Super Bowl or bust. And by bust, we mean lose Aaron Rodgers. So I think
After he loses the NFC Championship again.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. So Chiefs Browns. It's going to happen again. And this is where I want to do what I did last year and not pick the Browns because, well, I think I'm being too biased. But I learned from that mistake because if I did pick the Browns, I would have went undefeated in the playoffs. And if I would have parlayed that, I probably would be $3 million richer. But you know what?
That whole thing, yeah.
I'm taking the Browns. Look. We lost by 5 to Kansas City. We by far had one of the best off seasons in the league. We're much better. Baker's a year more mature. I think we're built to beat these guys. We got the talent up front. These defensive backs are getting better. We got to see what happens. Obviously, it's going to be a close one if we do. But I mean, you take that targeting away or that helmet. You know, you add that helmet thing. I mean, we're right in the game. So we got better. The Chiefs kind of stayed the same. I know they lost some linemen, but added some. But I got to be a homer here, and I'm going to take the Browns.
5 new offensive linemen. 3 of them are essentially rookies, but yeah.
We're going to the Super Bowl.
The Browns are going to the Super Bowl, and I don't know.
We're going bowling.
I don't know if Cleveland will be on the ground long enough to see the game because we do have to wait 2 weeks, and things will happen. Buildings will burn.
Well, that whole city will be ashes. Yes.
Right.
I keep trying to think in my head what our Super Bowl party will look like when the Browns are actually involved. I can't even imagine it.
We have a Super Bowl party every year, and it is one of my favorite events of the year. And if the Browns are in it,
at our parties, no one ever. I mean, people watch the game, but I don't think anyone's going to say a word. I think we're just going to sit there with our hands crossed and be scared. All right, so Bucs Packers rematch. I'm a numbers guy. You can't lose every single NFC game you play in, right?
Yes, you can.
The Packers were so close last year.
Yeah.
I mean, how did that end? They kicked a field goal? Why?
Yeah. What?
I mean, Tom Brady tried to gift you that Super Bowl appearance.
He threw 3 picks.
They score there, they win, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember how much they were down.
I can't remember. There wasn't a lot of time.
Yeah.
Weren't
they down like 10 or something? Were they down 10?
Yeah.
Packers?
Yeah, I think so. I think they were down 10, and they decided to kick the field goal instead of go for the touchdown.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't remember the whole game, but I knew that was a stupid call, and that could have changed the outcome of the game. So, Packers, Browns, welcome. We're playing them again.
Wow.
After a blowout.
Rematch. Yeah.
After a blowout, according to my predictions. So, neutral site. Where's the Super Bowl this year?
LA.
Yeah.
SoFi.
LA. Browns will play here. We're going to be going there. I kind of don't want to spoil it. My tradition is predict the Super Bowl and the winner right before that Thursday night football game, but this is a special occasion, so I will release it right now. Packers are going to win this game. But you know for damn sure that I'm going to be betting the Browns, and I'm going to be cheering my ass off for them. It's time. It's time for Rodgers to get a win. So, like I said, I predicted the Super Bowl, and then I went backwards. I kept wanting to put the Chiefs in, but I can't see the Packers winning against Mahomes. And I can't see Mahomes losing 2 straight Super Bowls. So
so he doesn't even make it, and you put the team that they could be. Yeah, okay, yeah.
So that's kind of how I work things. It was a little bit of a homer pick, but I mean, come on. All bias aside, I mean, there's a lot of people that are really pulling for us, expecting us to have a good year. I mean, we had one of the best off seasons, and we lost to the Chiefs by 5 points. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean, if you're not telling me we're not 5 points better, and they didn't get a little worse, you're crazy. So
OBJ makes you 5 points better on his own.
I agree.
OBJ, JOK, Miles,
DJ,
Clowney, and just it's going to be a fantastic
JJ3. I don't know. We're just doing letters.
Super, just run it up, but super excited. I hope I'm right. I think we're all going to be happy with. I think at minimum AFC championship appearance and at most a Super Bowl win. But I think we're all settled for a Super Bowl loss. But we do want more.
Yeah, we want more. I love
progress. Progress is the key. Show up, make it to the championship game, and compete. That's what I need at minimum.
So
I
what
did
you
have
got?
a final score on that game.
Ooh.
31-24.
Okay.
Packers.
So you're right there. I can, yeah, okay. All right, yeah, I can live with that.
That's what I'm feeling. It's a gut shot, like I said. I think it's pretty sure that it's either going to be Tampa or Green Bay unless something crazy happens. So Green Bay's that safe pick. And then I think on the AFC side, the Browns are, definitely a contender, but they're a little bit of a flyer. So that's why I came to this.
I can't see. Is Kansas City really going to go to a 3rd straight Super Bowl?
No.
That just I can't. I don't think so. I don't think so.
I got Bills over Bucks 35-31.
Okay.
Josh
I get
Allen,
it,
baby.
Well,
we all know who Nick has.
We do know who Nick has.
The 21-0, is that?
They're 14-3. They're 14-3 in the regular season, and the Browns are going to go and play the GOAT. The GOAT's going back. I don't care about the Packers. I just think Tom Brady and the Bucs are too good, and I think about that ring commercial with Baker and Tom Brady, and I think that Baker gets a ring.
Okay.
Wow.
I tried not to, and I thought about so many things, and I can't do it. I can't do it. Cleveland Browns are winning the Super Bowl, and I don't even know how to deal with that, but that's what I'm saying, and I'm sticking to it. And it would not be me if I didn't say that, and I'm gonna say it, and that's I have to.
Okay.
I have to. I can't. It doesn't compute in my brain. I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, I can't be this stupid. But then I'm like, this is reality now. And like the Browns are winning the Super Bowl. I'm sorry, they are. And
21-0.
No, not 20.
Everyone, please go tell all the Yinzers that Nick said 21-0.
Oh, that'll be a fun day.
Hey guys, man. I got a hot spicy Baker Mayfield tweet coming out a little after 7:00 in the morning, so keep on the lookouts for that.
I can't wait.
Guys, this was phenomenal. We will do our prediction episode. Our predictions for week 1 will be at the tail end of our Chiefs preview episode, which will be released Tuesday for the Patreon members and Friday for everyone else. Thank you, everybody. We got a couple of things before we get you out of here. The pod broke 1,000 listens last week, just in the podcast format. That is phenomenal. My voice is hella annoying. So, but if you're only hearing it and not seeing all the stupid shit I do during these shows, that's better. So, 1,500 on the on YouTube, 25,000 on Twitter.
Yeah, we've done really well on Twitter.
some crazy numbers. I don't know why you guys put up with us. Well, I know why you put up with Nick. I don't know why you put up with me. I wear my fairy tale shirt, my Kingdom Hearts, tattoos. I don't know. Sometimes I bring my Dragon Ball Super action figures onto the screen. I don't know. You guys just it's weird. I'm stupid. Thank you guys so absolutely much. You made a dream come true. We have a bunch of exclusive giveaways coming up. Some from our Patreon members, some for not our Patreon members. I'm not ready to announce the specifics, but we're into contact with an incredible company, local Cleveland company. And we are going to do kind of a promotion for them, a little bit of a partnership, a couple of giveaways. They have been so kind. Are we just going to say Zabo Apparel? Zabo Apparel is phenomenal. They make some of the best shirts. They're in Vermilion.
And we are very excited.
Marine veteran
great shirts. We're trying to make great content, and we're gonna give away that, because they're kind enough. Actually, it's funny because Jacob's the one who messaged them, and we're hoping to use them, and they so are generously sending us stuff to help.
He told me, he said, "Hey, thanks for reaching out. I will. What's your guys? We will absolutely would love to work with you guys. Thank you for thanks." And then they thanked us. No. Thank you guys. You guys are Marine veteran. Make some great stuff. If you don't follow Zabo Apparel, please go fix that. We will have some exclusive giveaways. Thanks to Zabo Apparel coming very, very soon in the next couple of weeks, as well as a giveaway later this week exclusive to our Patreon. We have 7 members right now. Sign up. You have a great shot. Exclusive early access to content, my articles, our newsletter, and our group chat.
And I just want to say, as well as YouTube, we are less than 50 subscribers away from our new shirt giveaway. Totally free, and you will be one of 225 people entered to get a shirt, which is not bad odds compared to most things. So thank you. Thank you to Zabo. We can't wait. We're so thankful for all of this. It's amazing how from April to now, right? From the draft to now, how far. And so I can't wait. If the season goes like the 3 of us are talking about, and AJ, especially because you're good at this, we're going to have a hell of a ride. And so I can't wait to see it. And side note, but one of us has a fantasy team named Kamehameha. Kamehameha. I think you guys would be pretty good friends. That's all I'm saying.
Love me some DB Super.
Well, I was going to bring Broly on with me today. He is downstairs in the living room fighting Vegeta. That is in my living room, but actually on my nightstand next to my bed is my signed it's escaping me right now. Christopher Sabat, my signed Vegeta from Christopher Sabat, Vegeta himself. I have a signed framed portrait of him of that next to my bed. I sleep. It protects me at night. Doesn't help.
He is the favorite. Love that guy.
I love Vegeta.
I love Chris Sabat, underrated voice actor. His best role, some people think it's All Might. It's not. It is Yami Sukahiro of Black Clover. That is his best role.
What?
Don't know what that is. Fix it. All right, guys. AJ, tell everybody where they can get you.
Right there, baby, at AJ Tompkins on Twitter. I'm going to do my best to every primetime game. I'm going to try to tweet out a score. So you can follow along and take your bets. And you know what? I'll be wrong, but I'll be right more.
Yeah, and you can expect to see. AJ, whenever you tweet good stuff. I will always help. If you're not following AJ, you definitely should, because he's a hell of a follow. And so thank you for joining us, my friend.
Absolutely, it's a
our
pleasure.
friend. I'm glad. You know what? I was looking forward to this. I've been looking forward to this for a long time, because it's very rare that somebody can predict so well. So I hope your prediction comes true. You know what? I don't want to settle for a Super Bowl loss, but God, if they go to the Super Bowl, I don't know. I have no
record number of comments tonight, guys. So thank you for being so. And if you're listening this as the replay and you want to interact, hit us up.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the comments on YouTube, add us on Twitter, DM us. The show's email, barkingbrownshow@gmail.com. I think there's the barkingbrownshow at gmail.com.
But
So
I feel like we're an hour and a half in. Thank you, everybody, for being here. The greatest thing you can give is your time. So AJ, thank you to you. This has been episode 20. 20. Yeah, it's 20, right?
The Greg Newsome episode.
The Greg Newsome episode. Can't wait to see that guy. And we're officially in game week. It's game week. So,
oh boy.
So as always, I'm Nick. He's Jacob. That's AJ.
Wait, before we
Browns.
cancel, I got to give my quick Thursday night prediction.
Oh, yeah, hit it.
31-24. Bucks.
Okay. Love it. All right.
That's
And with that, go Browns.